Hello everyone and welcome to episode 60 of my Guild Wars 2 Let's Play series, where it has been a while since we have played this game on my channel in the form of a Let's Play video, where I've been releasing a ton of other Guild Wars 2 videos, but when it comes to Let's Play videos, I've been mostly focusing on World of Warcraft Classic recently, and I'm still going to continue doing that in the future, but I thought we could go ahead and take a moment here in another random slot of the week and just play through some Guild Wars 2, where today is kind of an exciting day when it comes to Guild Wars 2 because we are about to finish Act 5 of the Guild Wars 2 personal story, which is really exciting because there are a total of 8 acts when it comes to the original release of the game, and we have been playing through the 5th act, where there are basically 5 different versions of this act where we help out different races around the world, and we are going to do the last one here. But first, we ended off last episode in the Wrathy Hinterlands, where we were doing map completion, and one of the hero challenges was bugged, and it's been like 2 months now since I've done that, so I think we can go ahead and come over here and hopefully this is not going to be bugged and we can go ahead and complete this and get map completion, and if not, we'll have to return at some point in the future, where it looks like we might not even be able to get back here, which is a little unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and check out the LFG panel really quickly while my raptor bug's there. And maybe we can go ahead and fight this commander. Let's just revive our ally here and try to get as much damage onto the centaur as possible. And we can bring him down to 0% health. And then we can go ahead and break this gate here, where it is currently Lunar New Year in Guild Wars 2, but I am going to basically ignore that because I want to explore it sometime in the future, just like I've done with each of the other festivals in the game thus far. Okay, so we have broken through here, and I don't think this is going to lead to the Ogoth fight, because I don't think it's that time of day, so I don't really feel bad about just leaving the spot right here. And let's go ahead and come up here to where we can go ahead and interact with these war stones once we clear out this area, I suppose, so we can have a good arena to fight this, what was it? It was like the war beast, right? It just feels good to obliterate all these enemies here, where I am really enjoying the core necromancer gameplay, because I have not played core necromancer or many core classes or professions in a very long time now. That's kind of like one of the nice things about like this Let's Play series, is I just get to re-experience like the early stages of the game again with the knowledge that I have of the game, but still like the early stages of like new characters and a new account without much unlocked. But let's go ahead and hope for the best that when we touch these stones, it will summon the Ancient War Beast and his 2 friends there, and we just got knocked off, so that's not good for us. Let's try to get back up here, and then we can go ahead and fight these 3 enemies here, plus all the other enemies that are coming in at us. We have these 2 war beasts. Let's go ahead, come up here, try to pull in this way by line of sighting any other range. Let's get all of our big AoEs down on the ground, and let's go ahead and heal up and then go into our shroud form, and let's just try to obliterate them, where I am single-handedly putting a ton of conditions on this war beast, and that is very nice. We should definitely try to get some good condition gear, I think, because that will help out our damage a lot compared to like power gear. But we can defeat this war beast, and then we have map completed Wrathy Hinterlands, which is very nice. So we can go ahead and read our mail here, where a trip through the Centaur homeland is no small feat. Safe havens are few and far between, yet you pressed boldly onward into the heart of danger. Bravo. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and change gears, and we can go ahead and start Chapter 5 of the Guild Wars 2 personal story, where I was saying act earlier. There's 3 acts in the game, where we are currently in Act 2, but we can go ahead and do Chapter 5. So let's go ahead and open our map, and we can see that we need to go to an area of the world that we have been to, but just not on this character. And if we think about it, I think the fastest would be going to Lamentation Waypoint and then coming down here, and then you have to go back up. So let's go ahead and do that and meet at Bad Ice. And we are now here at Wormblood Lake, which is located here in Dredgehog Cliffs, which we have map completed a few episodes ago, I believe in episode 53. But we can go ahead and come down into the lake, I believe, or it might start on top of the lake over here, where we can enter this story mission Oh, it's right here. Where, of course, the final lesser race of the world that we have to help is the Quaggan. So let's go ahead and help them out. We have Magister Siren here, and we have come down into a Quaggan village. So we can go ahead and speak to a Quaggan contact. We have an eager-looking Quaggan. So let's go ahead and speak with the Quaggan, and we can say the Priory is here and at your service. How can we help? Our Quaggan's gatherers keep going missing, so we can ask why. And Fu Quaggan knows, but Veranos Najuru said not to tell. So alright, lead on. And let's go ahead and come down into this village, and we can talk to the specific Quaggan here.
Thank you, Shashu. Quaggan is Varanus Naraju, leader of this pod. You are from the Derman Priory?
Siren, Priory Explorer, at your service. Thank you for allowing us to help. Tell us about your problem and we'll do our best to solve it.
Quaggans need food, or this clutch of eggs won't survive. But anyone who goes to forage in the gathering grounds never comes back. Fool!
We'll investigate for you, starting with the path your gatherers took. That's where we'll pick up their trail.
Cool! Quaggan agrees. If you meet Shashu on the shore, she'll show you to the mountains where the gatherers disappeared.
Siren seems very excited for us to help out these Quaggans here, and honestly I am too, because Quaggan are really cool, and I just love them a lot because they're like really fun creatures that have like a very fun culture and community, and they have very fun names like this town of Falualu right here. But let's go ahead and exit out of here, and you can try to find where these missing Quaggan gatherers have gone, where they keep going to a specific place up here to basically like forage for food, and they are disappearing. So let's go ahead and try to get down to the bottom of this and help out these Quaggans, where we have Shashu and Magister Siren here.
Grounds are just up the mountain. Quaggan apologizes in advance for being so slow on land, but it won't take too long.
We're with you for as long as it takes. But why do you have to gather so far from your home?
Bad ice. Quaggans fled south to escape it, but the bad ice followed. Now, it's making the lake too cold and too sick to support fish or Quaggans.
What you call bad ice, we call ice dragon corruption. You were right to flee from it. You will have to migrate again, won't you?
Not until Quaggan's eggs hatch. They can't be moved and must be tended carefully, or this generation of Quaggans will be Quaggan's last.
You have my sympathy. That's a bad situation to be in. Let's find the missing gatherers, and then we'll tackle the bad ice.
Look there! Look! Did you see? It moves fast. Follow!
So there is a mysterious figure up here that looks like an ice-brewed Quaggan, which is definitely not good. So it looks like all these missing gatherers have turned into ice-brewed because of this bad ice, which is the ice dragon corruption, and it just teleported over there.
Wait! Don't be afraid, we only want to help!
Where I think this is definitely a bad situation, because this could pose a serious problem for the Quaggan, and it looks like we are kind of getting locked in right here, or this just collapsed right here, and we need to be careful of that. But let's go ahead and come around here, where these are very cool trees, and we need to be very careful about that right there. So let's go ahead and do what Siren said and not do what I did for a second time in a row, and wait for this, and then come up here. And then we can come right there, and then up here as that one disappears, and we are now in Snow Slide Ravine, where it looks like more stuff is collapsing, and we need to go loop around here where the Quaggan has come into this cave, and nothing can be good when it comes to cave, where a monster just ran into it. So it looks like there are actually more ice-brewed monsters in here. So let's go ahead and start clearing them out. There's a lot of snow on my screen right now. This is a really cool effect. But let's go ahead, just AoE them all down as best as we can, and we're going to have to focus on this veteran Corrupted Norn. It looks like there are more Quaggans coming up here, so let's go ahead and pop down our elite skill and then a couple more of our marks here. And I keep getting stunned. Good thing we have one stun break, but that's not going to help when we get stunned right again after that. But I think we should be able to clean them up pretty easily here. And this Norn can go ahead and fall to the ground, and we have cleared out these Ice Brood, but this is definitely a bad sign.
This is serious, Shashu. That corrupted Quaggan will make more bad ice and bring more of Jormag's minions down on your village. You have to evacuate.
Boo! Quaggans can't leave until the eggs hatch. We need to talk to Passkeeper Oldu. He knows many powerful defensive spells.
That's a start. Defense is great, but we have to consider preparing a solid offense too. Can your people fight?
In battle, Quaggans lose control. Quaggans don't like to fight. Except Baruch. He prefers it. It embarrasses the village, so he lives alone. If he came back, he might make a difference.
What do you think, partner? Should we bolster the village's defenses, or recruit their best and only fighter to stand with us?
So this is kind of a tricky question here, and I'm not sure what the best option for us to be. So we can either say protecting the eggs is our priority, let's talk to Odu, or the Ice Brood won't be expecting resistance, so let's recruit Baruch. And I think I'm tempted to protect the eggs, so let's go ahead and pick this one, where I'm kind of like 50-50, but I think the eggs is the better choice there, because I really don't want them to be destroyed, because that's kind of sad. So let's go ahead and pick some new pants that we can go ahead and equip, where I want the condition damage and not the ferocity on my pants. So let's go ahead and get that, and then we can equip that, and we have now leveled up to level 53, which is exciting. So we got some crafting materials here that we can go ahead and save for the future. And let's go ahead and exit out of this area and go meet Shashu near Thing Kinin, where we can enter the story mission called Passkeeper, where we have a nice concept art of the Quaggan, and then we have the Passkeeper here that we can go ahead and chat with.
Hello, Quaggan. If you're Passkeeper Oldu, Shashu said you can help the village. We're here to help you cast your defensive ritual.
Quaggan is Oldu, but Quaggans need magical stones to fuel the ritual, and the stones are far to the north, lost to Quaggans.
So you can't cast the ritual after all?
No, Quaggan can. The Jotun have powerful stones that will do, but the Jotun are folk who don't share with Quaggans.
They're foo indeed. We'll take care of them. You concentrate on casting the spell.
Maybe Quaggans will have a chance. Come, Quaggan will show you where to find the stones. The stones are at the top of this mountain, but so are the Jotun.
Lead on, Passkeeper. We're right behind you.
So let's go ahead and follow the Passkeeper, who looks like is actually following us. So let's go ahead and lead the Passkeeper up this way, and this, okay, he is following us. So let's go ahead and clear out all of the Jotun here, where I put that really far forward here. And we have Thane's Spirit Walk here, so let's go ahead and just fight our way up here. And this is the location where we had a hero challenge that I had to come back to because I forgot about it. So let's go ahead and just clear up the way here, where there are more Jotun up here, and of course it looks like they have a hut right here. So I guess we just have to wipe out this community, which of course it is kind of a sad thing because the Jotun have fallen from their like really strong past that they had thousands of years ago, where they were one of the most intelligent races in the world. But we have learned that they have fallen, and now they are a very barbaric society, where really there's not much to do with the Jotun when it comes to like negotiations or like trying to make peace with them, because some of them are like nice to other people, but for the most part, like these Jotun here, they are very aggressive, so we just have to take care of them here. Almost there. So let's go ahead, and we have these two Jotun that are just like threatening us here, so let's go ahead and clear them out. where I put down my plague lands, is what it's called, right here for whatever reason. I think that I thought this Jotun was going to walk this way, but he just wanted to stand here instead. Last one we have to kill right here, which should open up this area for Quaggan to come take these stones. So let's go ahead and defend the ritual site from attacking Jotun, which we see a bunch of them are coming up here. So let's go ahead, and they are only coming up from here, so we can try to hold this as a bit of a checkpoint, or choke point rather. So let's go ahead and just wipe these 3. And then we have 3 more coming in right here, so let's go ahead and try to do the same.
Quaggans are safe now. Who on Jotun? Is Passkeeper Oldu ready?
Ready to begin. These stones have power, but it will take time to channel it. Quaggan just needs a few more. Wait, what's that? Oh!
The stones are acting cold. The ritual is going to fall.
Stay close to the Pastkeeper, Shashu. He'll protect you both while he completes the spell.
So I remember this story step, and it might be really hard to hear me right now because of the screaming, and I really don't like the story step because this Quaggan is just screaming in agony right now. So let's go ahead and try to help him and clear out the ice imps while the past keeper completes the ritual. So we need this ritual to survive the village, but it looks like it is detrimental to his health. So let's go ahead and clear out at least 4 right here, and then hopefully the past keeper will be done. But maybe there's a boss we have to fight. I don't remember everything from this. I just remember the screaming and how horrible it is. Big ice imp right here, a veteran ice imp alpha. So let's go ahead and throw down all of our skills right here, and then we can go ahead and try to kill all of them. Trying to get this ice imp, its conditions onto the alpha, which looks like the alpha went invulnerable for whatever reason, so that wasn't very helpful for us. But nevertheless, we are still able to easily defeat him. So let's go ahead and finish him off, and hopefully the screaming stops here.
Are you all right? Did the ritual work?
It worked beautifully.
Beautifully.
Has what Quaggan needs to cast the ritual. Quaggan is imbued with magical power. Oh, now Quaggan can protect the village.
Glad to hear it. And with the Priory's best backing you up, we're as ready as we can be.
Quaggan will accompany Passkeeper Oldu back to Falu Alu and help him prepare the ritual.
Sounds good. We'll meet you there.
So we have completed this mission, and let's go ahead and pick a reward here where I think I want this condition damage armor right here, so we can equip that and take a look at this. So it looks pretty decent, and let's go ahead and exit out of here, and we can go ahead and return to the village where we can try to protect it with the spell and with Siren at our side, and with any Quaggans that are able to muster some sort of resistance against the Ice Brood. And they are going to have to migrate and leave their home, but hopefully we can protect the Quaggan hatchlings so that this community of Quaggans, whatever they're called, don't go extinct or get wiped out or whatever. But we can go ahead and talk to Siren here.
We're ready to go, Explorer. The eggs are about to hatch, and attendants are standing by to guide the baby Quaggans to safety. We'll keep the Ice Brood at bay while they escape. Veranos Naraju left us her best fighters to help hold the line. She's also making a hole in the ice for the evacuees to swim through. Come on, let's check on her progress.
So let's go ahead and swim down here where we can see some Quaggan defenders, and they are armed, so this is going to be good for us. And then we can go ahead and talk to our friendly Quaggan over here and see what progress has been made about this evacuation. So we can ask, is the protection ritual ready? And she says, yes, and it's even better than Quaggan expected. It will make Quaggans faster, stronger, better able to run, and better able to protect the newly hatched. So excellent. Shashu is monitoring the eggs, and we can go ahead and patrol the village outskirts and kind of stand ready for any attack on this village.
Veranos! The eggs are starting to hatch!
Ooh! Waste no time. Get the pups
and get your people out.
Quaggan will help. Quaggan didn't come this far to fail now.
Thank you, thank you! Quaggan will make sure the cooks are ready when the ice breaks.
So let's go ahead and break through the ice so Quaggans can escape. We have to come down here, and it looks like up here, the patch of weak ice, we can go ahead and kind of create a back entrance here. It's time, go.
We've broken through. The way is clear. Go!
Oh, thank you, fiery people! Listen to your Verano! Stay for your lives!
Power of the
Quaggan
land.
is right behind you. Quaggan will stick by your side.
So there goes the Quaggan hatchlings, and there are some panicked Quaggan, but we have the passkeeper here.
Defend Palualu.
So let's go ahead and push forward, and we have some corrupted fish that are swimming into here. So let's go ahead and start fighting them back. And I guess we can go ahead and summon our 2 minions here, where I don't really know what we were going for with our underwater build here. It might have just been like random stuff that I was playing with, but it seems to be overall decent. So let's go ahead, give us some might, and then we can also gain some protection and some life force, and this breaks a stun. And then we just have our normal spear and trident that we can wield while we are underwater. So the first group is clear, and we have a second group going through, so this is good. And it's very unfortunate that these Quaggan might lose their village just like the High Lake, but they should be able to rebuild and still live and thrive elsewhere in the world, and hopefully further away from the Ice Brood. The second group is through, and the third group is going now, so let's go ahead and try to wipe out these Ice Brood, and I have a feeling we will have a boss to fight swimming up here soon. And it looks like we have all the Quaggan defenders going back here. That panic Quaggan is still swimming around. Hopefully we can like calm the Quaggan down.
Hurry, we're almost done.
There's some Ice Brood Norn coming in now, so let's go ahead and wipe them out, and hopefully the fourth group can get out. And we have just leveled up to level 54, which is very cool. So let's go ahead and grab this reward here, and I guess maybe the strength booster.
That's the last group. There's nothing left to defend. Go with your people.
No! Quaggan will stay here with you until the end.
This is the end. Rejoin your people. We'll cover you. It's why we're here.
Oh, all right. Quaggans will always be indebted to you.
I love Shashu so much. But let's go ahead and fend off the Ice Brood until the Quaggan evacuees are clear, where we have this champion Ice Brood Coden right here. So let's go ahead and try to mess him up. Or let's go ahead and throw down our Plague Lands here. That was kind of cringe to say, but whatever. And let's go ahead and cast as many conditions as possible, where we could try to break through the break bar, which looks like we are doing very effectively right now, but he does not have a lot of health in general, so we should be able to annihilate him here, and hopefully all the Quaggan got out safe and sound.
Well done. Those Quaggan should be halfway to Hullbreak by now. A quick jaunt through the Asura Gate and they're on their way to a new permanent home.
That's assuming they can find a safe place to settle. After what we've seen, I'm not sure such a place exists. And if it does exist, whether it will last.
Oh, Foo. Don't be discouraged. Falualu was lost before we even arrived. Come on. There's nothing here but cold, corrupted things. Let's find a livelier place to wait for our next assignment.
Where we have now completed this chapter of the personal story, which means we are now officially done with chapter 5 of the Guild Wars 2 personal story, which means we have one more chapter left in Act 2. So we can grab our Lunar New Year reward there, and let's go ahead and leave this instance. And this has been a long chapter because we kind of had like the 3 different chapters we did during chapter 4, and then we had the 5 during this one. But the next one is very, very exciting, except it is at level 60, which means we are going to be returning to the world and doing some map completion and stuff like that. But before we move on to doing chapter 6 and kind of like the zones related to the levels around chapter 6, I want to go ahead and explore the next dungeon in the game, where if we come to our looking for group page here, we can scroll down here to dungeons, and we can see we have done Ascalonian Catacombs and we have done Caudicus's Manor, and now we have my favorite dungeon in the game, Twilight Arbor. and we can go ahead and do a story mode run of this in the next episode. And then after chapter 6, at the end of Act 2, we can go ahead and look at Sorrow's Embrace, the 4th dungeon at level 60. But if we go take a moment and look at our map, we have now gone through 60 episodes of this Let's Play series, and we have explored a lot of Guild Wars 2, where we have basically done everything here, or we have done like all the map completion in Brisbane Wildlands, Caledon Forest, Metriker Province, Radasum, and the Grove. And then we have done Divinity's Reach and Queensdale and Kessex Hills and Gindarn Fields and the Rahathi Hinterlands. And then did I say Divinity's Reach? We've done that too. And then we've done Holbrack and Wayfarer Foothills and Snowden Drifts and Lornar's Pass and Dredgehound Cliffs. And then over here in Ascalon, we have done the Black Citadel, Plains of Ashford, Diasa Plateau, Fields of Ruins, and Blaze Ridge Steppes, which means we are kind of getting down to like the last zones in the world, where we still have many zones to go through in the personal story. And then if we scroll out here and look around, there are a ton of zones added after 2012, but we can go ahead and start looking at places like Sparkfly Fen over here, and Iron Marches over here, and Timberline Falls over here, as we make our journey towards the ruins of Ore, a little bit of a teaser for what's coming up in the future of the Guild Wars 2 personal story. So we have some exciting stuff ahead of us, and we are going to return to playing on 3 characters as we take a look at chapter 6 of the Guild Wars 2 personal story after next episode, where we explore a dungeon. But I hope you enjoyed watching this episode, which was a little bit of a shorter episode because the chapter 5 like story chapters are a little bit shorter compared to the other chapters, similar to like chapter 2. I think I've said this like a couple times so far in my series, but nevertheless, I still hope you enjoyed, and I especially loved working with the Quaggans here, and I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves. Remember, as always, to drink some water, check your posture, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the world of Tyria. Goodbye.